This video starts up at the beginning of the path to the mobile shopkeeper. It's going to take our last rhombus key, and then obviously these pedestals, a bridge can be created with them using the Harvine's flute. But first we're going to jump down here. It's quite a fall, so make sure you have healing stuff ready. Now I unfortunately screwed up in the video recording process part of this. The chest we're coming to contains 500 gold, and it's the real reason we came down here. The blood crown isn't all that great, but obviously we're going to need the 500 gold. This hallway of the game is an area we don't really need to go to, at least not for now. I pick up a rhombus key here, but I can't remember if it's always there or if I left it there while exploring when I wasn't recording. So either way, I pick it up just to have it back in my collection. You can really warp out after you get the 500 gold from that chest. There's nothing else of importance that we don't want to waste a rhombus key on getting. We're back to the same spot, and obviously this time we're going to use the Harvine's flute to create a bridge instead of falling through the gap. This is the beginning of one of my least favorite areas of the game, the Cave of Fire. There's a lot of the faces that shoot both the regular fireballs and the homing version kind. So all you can really do is suffer through it using your fire resistance and missile shield. Make sure to heal a bunch and kill all of them. There are some important items we have to get here to progress through the game. If you're not interested in killing everything and wasting time, like I do in this video, you're going to want to turn right here. I take this straight path, and it turns out there's nothing but enemies there. Now it's still experience, so it's up to you, but if you don't want to get the experience and waste time, then take that path I pointed out before. It's a good idea to clear these two out so that they don't keep attacking you as you come back to this intersection. After the 4 knights are dead, the objective becomes to use Fireball to light the 4 torches. Once you've done that, and I do suggest using Fireball because it's the obvious lowest amount of mana for a fire spell. There we go, and once that's done, a fire crystal drops from the ceiling. Now I made another slight mistake here when recording. I accidentally opened this chest, but I at least left the 200 gold behind. And actually that 200 gold is really all that's important in this little part of the area. So if you're interested in saving time, you can just skip the counter up to 10:14 and we'll be turned around from getting that 200 gold heading back the way we came. It's very important to kill this face, and you'll see why in just a moment. There is a secret door behind his position, which reveals the fire sword. Now, it's not that great of a weapon, but in just a little bit, we will need it for a little bit. You want to avoid going into the center of this room, and don't bother lighting up the torches. There's a pit trap in the center. What we want is a secret room here, so that we can grab a piece of verdite out of this chest. Now that's actually it of importance in the fire cave. If you don't recognize the area I've just teleported to through the magic of turning the camera off and on, it's the hallway with all the faces above the lava. You want to travel all the way back there and walk around the same way that we took before. This is another night base. I forget the number, I believe 6, but for some reason I didn't check the sign before I entered. I don't think there's any enemies here, but there's a very important guy locked up in a cage. And yes, there is another rhombus key if for some reason you want to collect them all like I do. So we use our good old jail key to unlock this. And we go inside. His mother was the old woman in the rocking chair who strangely disappeared after we spoke to her. Now, it's not actually the guy who's important in this room, but a secret compartment I just have to find if you give my character a moment. There it is, another figure of Seath. If you notice the set of swinging spike balls up there, that's actually the second set that we turned off in night base number 4. Now over here is a way we can't go yet because it's blocked with ice, so we have to go a different path using a rhombus key to get to the cave of ice. Now the magic cave of ice is not all that difficult to place, nor is it that complicated. The mobs inside can do a lot of damage, they have powerful spells they shoot at you. The best recommendation is to use a spell called Firewall, which will hit them multiple times as they try to move away from it. You'll see an example. Every time he does that little shake, he's being hit. And as you can see, they do take a lot to kill. It's definitely a spell you need for the boss, as he takes a lot of hits before he falls. Basically, you want to fully explore the area, and then after all the ice is melted, you want to explore it again, because you will now have a new crystal guard shield to pick up. It's trapped in the ice the same way as that pathway was. And with that, I'm going to leave you to watch the last 8 minutes or so. There's not much more else I can say. I hope you enjoy the Cave of Ice and have fun with the boss.